Hi, and welcome back to Football Made Simple. Trent Alexander-Arnold has shone since breaking out to the scene in 17-18. And this season, he sits only behind Kevin De Bruyne in the assist charts. But since his debut, he has evolved himself into much more than a regular fullback who solely crosses. He's part of a new school of fullbacks who are capable of so much more than that. A school so good they have the ability to control the game from fullback and have revolutionized the position. So in this video we take a closer look at Trent's tactical role and its importance to Klopp's men. When assessing him, statistics will be used at certain points, and a good place you can get stats for teams and players is our video sponsor, OneFootball. It's a great free app that in addition to stats will give you news, transfers and match updates. You can check it out through the link in the description below. To contrast Trent, an example of a more common type of fullback is none other than his teammate Andy Robertson. Although world-class, he plays the role of the now traditional fullback, defending solidly and looking to get forward on the outside to whip across into the box, which he does incredibly effectively. From deep, Trent acts as a deep-lying wide playmaker. The centre is usually crowded at times, making it difficult for the team to progress the ball through the midfield. Trent is composed on the ball when they rotate it wide to him, combining easily with the right centre-back, Firmino and Henderson. He's now more comfortable staying deep and keeping possession, rather than always looking to be bombing forward, as shown by his rising passes per game, as well as averaging the second most passes per game for a fullback this season. His tight touches and vision mean that he's always scanning the field. Knowing that Trent has a great passing range means that Salah usually makes a deep run behind the opposition fullback, and several times Trent curls it perfectly down the line for him. This simultaneously opens a second passing lane, as when Salah stretches the defense, this often triggers Firmino to drop into this space between the lines. Where most fullbacks would have neither the ability nor the vision to spot this pass, Trent effortlessly arrows a ball into Firmino time and again, initiating a dangerous phase of play. His importance in these phases of play can be shown by his rising expected goals chain being the second highest of defenders in the league. But when under pressure, Trent can be just as dangerous. When they are rotating the ball on the right, Liverpool shift into a right-hand side overload. Rather than play the safe pass to a centre-back or back to Alisson, Trent often attempts and completes a large number of raking switches to Robertson, who will then have the entirety of the pitch to run into and look to cross. This time and again disorientates opposition defences, often leading to big chances. He attempts and completes comfortably the most long balls of any fullback in the league. But moving higher up the pitch, his tactical intelligence and importance to the team becomes even clearer. With the ball high on the left-hand side, if there's no opportunity to progress, Liverpool would like to isolate Salah 2 versus 1 with his fullback, often with Van Dijk switching it wide to him. Trent helps facilitate this. Instead of overlapping and creating a 2 versus 2, he tucks into the midfield half space, dragging the winger inwards and allowing this switch to be 1 versus 1. His and Salah's movements are linked, as when they build up on the right, this situation can still occur. But a big reason Henderson has been moved from central defensive midfield to right central midfield, aside from Fabinho's obvious quality, is that when Trent is central and Salah moves into the half space freeing the wing, Henderson has the legs and ability to move into this region and cross unmarked, as he has often done this season. One of Trent's biggest weapons is the deep cross. Time and again he finds himself in this region, and Salah tucking in central to be an option in the box causes the fullback to come centrally with him. 1 versus 1 against Trent, wingers often sit off, afraid to be beaten for pace on the outside. This gives them the momentary time and space needed for arcing across into the box to the 3 forwards, who would have all tucked in centrally, and he has gotten several assists this way. At the same time, with a winger wide and drawing attention, he does have the pace to get away from his marker on the overlap or underlap, and deliver a tailing cross into the box. His crosses per game have steadily increased during his young career, as he has gotten more attacking, and as a result, his expected assists are the highest amongst fullbacks in the league. His key passes have also followed suit. He poses a tactical problem for opposition managers who have tried to adapt, and most have been countered as there is a remedy for each plan formed against Trent. If he's pressed high, he can switch the play. If he's man-marked, this opens up space for Henderson to cause the overload, or he can overlap like a traditional fullback to take the opposition's winger out of the game, or he can even move centrally. But if they sit off of him, he'll punish them with his deep crosses. As Liverpool assistant coach Pep Lijnders said, he plays as a playmaker on the right. Oppositions close the centre better and better, and defensive stability is becoming better in teams. They defend the centre of the pitch much better, and this may explain why fullbacks like Trent Alexander-Arnold may be the future of the game, as they take advantage of the space in the wide areas of the pitch. But what do you make of Trent, and how do you think both him and the fullback position will evolve? Drop it down in the comments below. But that's all for today, and remember, keep it simple.